Every morning for 5 years, Bill laced up his sneakers and walked for 30 minutes. He was proud of his routine. He wasn't someone who sat on the couch, he stayed active to stay young. But today, Bill isn't on the trail. He is sitting in a cold doctor's office, looking at an X-ray of his swollen knees. The doctor delivered the news: his cartilage is thinning much faster than it should be. Bill did everything right, yet his legs are failing him. If you are over 50 and struggling with knee pain, this story probably feels familiar. The most frustrating part is that you aren't being lazy. You are trying. Most people who develop joint issues aren't sedentary, they are active people who are simply walking wrong. It feels unfair to be punished for trying to stay healthy, but there is a reason this happens. The damage isn't actually coming from the walking itself. Instead, the pain comes from 7 specific habits hidden in the way you move. Your body is like a sponge. It absorbs the stress of these tiny mistakes for years until it finally sends you the bill in the form of sharp pain and stiffness. Today, you are going to learn exactly which habits are grinding and starving your knee joints. We will show you how to swap these bad moves for better ones so that walking becomes a form of medicine again. Pay close attention to habit number 7. It is the one almost everyone gets wrong because they think it actually helps their knees. In reality, it might be the very thing causing your joints to wear out. To understand how to fix the problem, we first need to look at what is happening inside your legs. After age 50, your knees go through 4 major changes that make them much more sensitive to how you move. The first change involves your cartilage. This is the smooth, rubbery cushion at the ends of your bones. Think of it like the tread on a tire. Unlike your muscles, which can grow back stronger after a workout, cartilage does not easily repair itself. Once it wears away, it is gone. If you walk with bad habits, you are essentially scrubbing that cushion away years faster than necessary. Next is the loss of your joint's natural oil, called synovial fluid. This liquid helps your bones glide over each other without friction. As we get older, this fluid can become thin or dry up. Without enough lubricant, your joint surfaces start to grind instead of glide. This is why your knees might feel gritty or stiff when you first stand up after sitting for a while. At the same time, your muscles are changing too. After 50, the big muscles in your thighs, known as the quadriceps, start to shrink and weaken. These muscles act like shock absorbers for your knees. When they get smaller, your knee joint has to take on heavy weight that it was never meant to carry alone. To make matters worse, your ligaments, the bands that hold your bones together, start to lose their stretch. They become stiff and less forgiving. When your alignment is off by even a tiny bit, these stiff ligaments can no longer self-correct the mistake. Here is the most important part: none of these changes happen with a loud pop or a sudden snap. They happen silently. Walking every day with a bad habit is like driving a car that has a slow leak in the tire. You can keep driving for a long time and everything seems fine. But eventually, the tire goes flat and the car stops moving. Your knees work the same way. You might feel okay today, but those hidden habits are slowly adding up. Now that you know why your knees are under pressure, let's look at the first habit you need to break before the tire goes flat. To fix your walk, you need to understand the 4 ways your knees actually get damaged. The first way is how your foot hits the ground. Many walkers land very hard on their heels. This sends a sharp jolt of force straight up through your ankle and into your knee. Your knee was built to help you move forward smoothly, not to absorb a vertical shock. Think of it like slamming a door shut instead of closing it gently. If you slam a door once, it's fine. If you slam it thousands of times every single day, the hinges will eventually break. The second problem is something called inward drift. When the muscles in your inner thigh are weak, your knee tends to wobble inward with every step. you probably won't even feel this happening. However, inside the joint, all your body weight shifts onto just one side of the knee. Instead of the weight being spread out evenly, it all grinds down on one small spot of cartilage. This lopsided wear and tear is a major reason why knees give out. When you combine these two forces, the slamming from your heel and the wobbling from the inside, you create an engine for joint damage. But it isn't just about how you move, it's also about how your joints eat. Unlike your skin or muscles, cartilage has no blood flowing through it. It gets its food and oxygen from the fluid inside the joint. This fluid only moves when you move. If you sit for a long time and then suddenly start a long walk, your cartilage is starving because the fluid hasn't started circulating yet. It is like trying to drive a car with an empty oil tank. Finally, all these tiny mistakes lead to microtrauma. These are injuries so small you can't see them, but they add up. Your knee has a small window of time where it can repair itself. If your walking habits create more damage than your body can fix overnight, your knee stays inflamed. By the time you actually feel pain or see swelling, the process has already been happening for years. Knowing these 4 traps is the first step to avoiding them, especially when we get to the habit that most people think is actually helping. The real issue for most people over 50 isn't that they are walking too much. The problem is that they are still walking with the same habits they had when they were 35. Back then, your body was younger and could handle a bit of rough movement. Now, those same habits are causing trouble. There are 3 hidden mistakes that keep active people stuck in a cycle of pain. The first mistake is walking through the pain. Many people feel a dull ache when they start their walk but tell themselves it will warm up if they just keep going. Usually, the pain does fade after a few minutes, but that is a trap. That warm feeling is actually inflammation, not your joint getting ready. When you ignore that early ache, you are teaching your body to move in a damaging way. If your knee still hurts after the first 5 minutes of walking, you should stop or slow down. Pushing through isn't tough, it's damaging. The second mistake is using walking as your only way to take care of your knees. Most people walk to keep their heart healthy, which is great. However, walking alone doesn't build the strong muscles your joints need for protection. Think of your leg muscles like a cage that protects your knee. If you don't do specific exercises to strengthen your thighs and hips, your cage becomes weak. Walking is a great way to stay active, but it isn't a substitute for building structural support. You need both to stay on the trail. Finally, many people believe that more walking always equals better health. They think walking 5 miles is always better than walking 2. But distance isn't what matters, how you move is what counts. A person who walks for 20 minutes with great form does much more good for their body than someone who walks for an hour with poor form. It isn't about the miles on your fitness tracker, it's about how the weight lands on your joints. The goal here isn't to make you walk less. We want you to walk in a way that adds health to your joints instead of taking it away. Once you change these habits, your daily stroll stops being a withdrawal from your joint bank account and starts being a deposit into your future. Now, we are ready to look at those 7 specific habits that might be secretly wearing you down. To really change how your knees feel, you need to understand 2 things that happen deep inside your body. The first is how your joint lubricant works. This fluid is like the oil in a car engine. If you have been sitting for more than 30 minutes, that fluid gets thick and sticky, like cold honey from the fridge. It doesn't flow well. When you stand up and start walking immediately, your joints are essentially running dry for the first few minutes. This is when the most grinding happens. Most people skip a warm-up because walking seems easy. However, that stiff feeling you have during the first 5 minutes of a walk is actually your joint asking for its oil. If you take just a few minutes to do some ankle circles or gentle knee bends before you head out, the fluid warms up. It spreads out and creates a protective film over your bones. Giving your body those 5 minutes means the rest of your walk causes almost no damage at all. The second key is a specific muscle called the VMO. This is the teardrop-shaped muscle on the inner side of your thigh, just above the kneecap. Most people have never heard of it, but it is the most important protector your knee has. Its main job is to pull your kneecap into the right groove every time your leg moves. When this muscle is weak, your kneecap drifts to the side. Every single step then grinds the underside of your kneecap against the wrong part of the bone. Without a strong VMO, every walk you take actually makes your alignment worse. But once you start to wake this muscle up, using simple moves like shallow wall squats or lifting your leg while sitting, the kneecap moves back to the center. The grinding stops. People who focus on this one tiny muscle often say it's the first time in years their knees have felt stable and solid. When you combine warm fluid with a strong tracking muscle, you stop wearing your joints down and start building them up. Now, we are ready to uncover the specific habits that are currently holding you back. If you have stayed with me this far, it shows you are someone who truly wants to understand how your body works. You aren't just looking for a quick list of tips that you will forget by tomorrow morning. You want real answers. That is rare, and it is exactly what you need to finally get rid of that nagging knee pain for good. If what we have talked about so far is making sense to you, I have a small favor to ask. Think about your friends or family members over 50. Do you know someone whose knees have been getting worse even though they walk every single day? If so, please hit the like button. It only takes 1 second of your time, but it helps put this information in front of people who are quietly suffering. Many of them feel frustrated and think they are just getting old, but they don't realize there is a real reason for their pain, and a way to fix it. Thank you for helping us share this message. Now that we have covered how the oil in your joints works and why that teardrop muscle in your thigh is so important, it is time to get practical. It is one thing to know why your knees hurt, but it is another thing to know exactly how to change your movement. We are about to dive into the specific habits you need to break and the simple swaps you can make starting today. Let's get into what you should actually do to make sure every step you take is helping your knees instead of hurting them. Now that you know how the knee works, it is time to change how you move. Here are the 7 habits you need to replace, exactly how to do it, and why it matters. Habit 1. Starting your walk at full speed. The replace, a 5-minute slow walk warm-up. How to do it. For the first 5 minutes, walk very slowly, almost like you are window shopping. This is your lubrication window that lets the joint oil flow before you pick up the pace. Habit 2. Landing hard on your heels. The replace, a mid-foot landing with shorter steps. How to do it. Focus on landing with your foot directly under your hip, not far out in front of you. This makes your contact with the ground much softer. Practice this for just 2 minutes at the start of every walk. Habit 3. Walking with your feet turned out like a duck. The replace, keeping your feet pointing forward. How to do it. Check your feet often to make sure they aren't pointing out to the sides. Walking like a duck twists your knee joint with every step. Try to keep them straight ahead. Habit 4. Keeping your arms still or holding your phone. The replace, a natural, bent elbow arm swing. How to do it. Put your phone in your pocket. Swing your arms gently as you walk. This keeps your posture upright and takes a lot of the twisting pressure off your knees. Habit 5. Taking very long walks only once or twice a week. The replace, shorter walks, 5 or 6 days a week. How to do it. It is much better to walk for 20 minutes most days than to walk for 2 hours only on Sunday. Regular, shorter walks give your cartilage the food it needs without overworking it. Habit 6. Skipping recovery after your walk. The replace, a glass of water and 4 minutes of stretching. How to do it: when you finish, drink water and stretch your calves and the back of your legs. Tight muscles in your calves can pull on your knee and change how you walk. Habit 7, ignoring the VMO muscle. The replace, mini wall squats 3 times a week. How to do it: lean against a wall and bend your knees just a little bit, about 30 degrees. Hold it for 10 seconds and do this 3 times. This strengthens that teardrop muscle that keeps your kneecap in place. If you remember to start slow, land on your midfoot, keep your feet forward, swing your arms, walk often, stretch, and do your mini squats, you will be giving your knees a whole new life. Your body does not care about what you do one time. It cares about what you do every single day. When you start walking with the right habits consistently, your body stops seeing your knees as a problem to fix. Instead, it starts seeing them as parts to maintain. Soon, your joint oil begins to circulate right on time. Your teardrop muscle starts pulling your kneecap into the right spot automatically. Your cartilage finally gets the food and nutrition it has been waiting for after years of being starved. If you stick with these new habits, you will notice changes. After just 7 days, the stiffness you feel when you first get out of bed or start your walk will begin to fade. After 30 days, people usually find that the constant ache they thought was permanent is starting to go away. It stops being a daily pain and only happens every now and then. Studies even show that after a full year of walking correctly, older adults have much less stress on their joints and feel much less pain overall. But these numbers don't tell the whole story. The real victory is found in the small moments of your day. It is being able to walk up a flight of stairs without grabbing the railing for support. It is walking down the street without worrying about which step might cause a sharp pain. It is moving through your morning without having to negotiate with your own body just to get things done. In the end, this isn't really about your step count or your fitness level. It is about your freedom. It is about becoming a person whose knees work for them, rather than a person who has to plan their whole life around their joint pain. That change in who you are doesn't start next month or next year. It starts with the very next walk you take. Each step is a chance to build a stronger, healthier version of yourself. Most people think their knees are hurting simply because they are getting older. But the truth is more hopeful than that. While your body does change with age, it is actually the way you walk that speeds things up. By changing your habits, you can slow down that wear and tear, stop it in its tracks, or even help your joints start to feel better. You have more power over your health than you might realize. I want to give you a simple challenge for the next 7 days. On every walk you take this week, I want you to do just one thing differently. Give yourself that 5-minute slow start. Walk at a very relaxed pace before you speed up. That is the only change you need to make for 1 week. At the end of those 7 days, pay attention to how your knees feel. You might be surprised by how much smoother those first few minutes become when you give your joints time to oil themselves. Right now, I want you to look at the list of 7 habits we talked about. Which one did you recognize in yourself? Maybe you are a duck walker, or maybe you land hard on your heels. Leave a comment below and tell me which habit you are going to work on. Naming the problem is the very first step toward fixing it. If this information helped you see your knee health in a new way, as something you can actually improve, please hit the like button. It helps more people find these tips so they don't have to deal with pain alone. Finally, you should watch our next video, 5 morning habits that reverse knee stiffness before you leave the bed. Today you learned how to change your walk, but that video will show you how to make your knees feel great from the moment you wake up. When you use both of these lessons together, that is when the real magic happens. Your knees are not broken, they are just reacting to how you use them. Change your pattern, and your knees will change too.